come onto all fours. Always start on all fours to start from our principles of alignment that we've been looking at from the beginning. And throughout the whole course, we'll continue with the same principles of alignment. So bring your knees down, tabletop position. Okay. What do we want to see in the hands? Elbows facing fingertips. Pulling in. Exactly, so the base rooted, and she can even lift up that middle knuckle if she wants, okay? And the hands a tiny bit wider, so the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. Okay. So before we go into plank position, what we're going to do is bring the shoulders together. In order to have the shoulders come together, you need to bring the shoulders up towards the ears first. So try to touch your ears with your shoulders. And that aligns the top of the humerus bone in the shoulder socket. And then we'll bring the shoulders together. And we'll look at this in detail when we look at yoga anatomy and the principle that's connected to the shoulders. Okay? Once she has that, she activates the belly and then extends the legs back. So this is your high plank position. A lot of the times you'll see people just like have the tendency to collapse here. Okay, so remember, belly in and then send energy back to the heels. And the feet here, hip distance, so about those 2 fists as well. Okay, a lot of details. From here, a lot of times you'll be tired, right? Just to align in plank, okay? So to come down, I'll hold her hips just to give her a little bit of support, and she'll bend her elbows next to her ribs. And then inhale, upward dog. So she did that really nicely. And go ahead and relax. What she did was, when she came down, her shoulder never passed her elbow. It never collapsed. She came down until the the biceps were about parallel to the ground, and that's when she opened up. So you don't have to touch the ground. The other beautiful thing she did was she kept her body straight, right? So this is the posture of keeping your body like a rod, a straight piece of wood, right? Like a tabla. So there's no sticking up the butt when you come down, okay? Then the other thing we want to see is that the hands are next to the ribs, okay? And the forearms are about 90 degrees. So we're balancing on our bones, okay? Let's do it again because it was just so beautiful. Okay, so she checked her hands, shoulders towards the ears, shoulder blades together, belly in, go ahead, reach back, keep the belly engaged, and then come on down slowly. So see the forearms, they look really good, and then inhale, upward facing dog. Okay. When we're here, an adjustment that we can do is bring the hands to the shoulders. Okay. Help her bring, you're doing a good job. The hands are underneath the shoulders like we looked at yesterday, right? I have my hands on her shoulders and I kind of bring her elbows up towards her ears first and then shoulder blades together. And that will help open the heart. And then I can bring my hands to her ears. So her ears right in the middle of my palm. And then I'm gonna lift up and back, chin in. Yeah. And that will create that nice extension of the spine that we were looking at. Okay, what we don't want to do is this. Where can we look in this pose?
The nose?
Yep, at the tip of the nose or the third eye, or wherever your eyes are looking at with the neckline. Nice job. Thank you. So, what happens if you don't have so much strength in your arms like Kayla? Which is probably the majority of women that will come to your classes, and probably the majority of us as well, okay? So what you'll do is you'll align, just like she did, shoulders towards the ears, shoulder blades together, belly in, straight, and you bend your elbows to the side, but once you feel like you're kind of collapsing, then you bring your knees down, and you just open up your heart into upward facing dog. You can also move your knees a little bit forward after you do that to open up the heart a little bit more. So I'll show it again. This is the modification for a Chaturanga Dandasana. So I keep my plank, body straight. Once I feel like I'm losing my strength a little bit before, I just bring my knee down and open up my heart. So that's Chaturanga. If your Chaturanga is really strong, let's get Kayla back here for just to show a really fun activity. So she's gonna take her really amazing Chaturanga. Do you surf too? Mm-hmm. I'm like, these muscles you don't usually see. Go ahead and come down and then hold Chaturanga. Hover there. You okay? You okay? Try to stay up. Keep your feet, sorry. And I can do a chaturanga on top. Watch. Because we're just stacking our bones. Nice. Is someone get that shot? Cool. Yeah, cool. Okay, so find a friend. Work on chaturanga. If you seem like you're collapsing, do the modification. Okay, and then you can give those adjustments on the shoulder when they're in upward facing dog, and maybe in the head. And if you don't know where to put your hands, just call me over and I'll help you.